And good evening, everybody. Another Tuesday night here in Philadelphia. Welcome to Philly Sports Talk, our 60th episode. I'm Bobby Cash. I'll be joined briefly by my partner, Chris Amos, as we watch and talk about the Sixers' second round matchup, Game 5 against the Miami Heat. The first quarter just ended, and the Sixers trail by 12. It came out unprepared, sloppy. Just another Doc Rivers special. Another game, another big game, another huge playoff game, second round series, Game 5 on the road. He just won 2 games at home in pretty much blowout fashion. You go down to Miami and you can't complete a pass. Danny Green throws the ball away. It's all EMBIID, sloppy. Can't stop Jimmy Butler. Max Strus looks like Steph Curry. It's just more of the same. It's just Doc Rivers getting out coached, Miami making adjustments, and the Sixers doing the same old. So they're down by 12. I don't know how they're going to get enough stops to get back in this game. Good evening, Davidson. Crooks, what's good? Terran, good evening. Bobby and Chris, have an amazing show. Thank you. So the Sixers have come back to make it a series, but now we're back to being down again. That's how it looks so far. It's just something about being on the road. It's the Sixers not making their outside shots. It's everything becomes tougher, and it's not like playing in Miami is playing in front of a blistering, amazing crowd. The crowd's dead. It's just a bunch of people wearing white T-shirts sitting there, and not even cheering. It's an easy place to play. It looks like a regular season game, so that's not the issue. It was just poor preparation. The Sixers did not come out ready in this game. They still can't get a rebound. Miami misses their outside shots, and P.J. Tucker just out-battles us inside. As Tower Hero, this is a 3. Sixers down 9, 11 minutes to go in the second quarter. And Embiid's going to be rested to start the second. Tobias Harris has just been playing too quick this first half. He's out of control. He's taking shots on the run. I mean, He's not getting set before he shoots. He's just rushing his shots. The Sixers are too much of a veteran team to come out like this. And Danny Green just does not deliver on the road for some reason. He plays great at home, doesn't do it on the road. So right there, you have to have Matisse Thybulle in playing extra minutes, and I'd have him on Butler. Harris isn't doing the job on Butler. What's up, Taylor? How are you? Good evening. What's going on, everybody, she says. As Paul Reed gets called for a charge. It wasn't a charge. Gabe Vincent wasn't playing it, but Miami's going to get all the calls. They're the home team tonight. Sixers have to play twice as good on the road and bring the energy, and they just haven't done it. As you watched Boston last night in Milwaukee, fourth quarter, scored 43 points. Al Horford, 30 points. Al Horford, I don't think he scored 30 points in 10 games here as a Sixer. He was booed out of town. We thought his career was over. He goes to Boston, and he's reborn. He looks like he lost 25, 30 pounds. He's back in shape again, happy, smiling. Here it was all about him and his sister on Twitter, complaining. It was a different player. As the Sixers just continue to miss threes. And George Niang, he's a guy, he's good for 2 threes a game, but he gives you nothing else. And he's a guy that needs to be replaced in the offseason. As Davidson says, yep. You're agreeing with some of what I'm saying, huh? And Tyrese Maxey, he's been great. He's been an extra star, but they don't have it tonight. It's obvious early on. They might lose this game by 20 points. As every call is going their way. Every call is a block on the Sixers and a charge in the other direction. And as Duncan Robinson finally gets on the court, a guy making $30 million a year, 3 years, $90 million, doesn't play in the first 4 games. Now all of a sudden he's out there. So you have to take advantage of him. You have to go at him on the offensive end. You have to exploit him every time down the court. Have the Sixers done that so far? Nope. So I'll be joined shortly by Chris. It's 8:05. No, Hiller says solo show tonight. No, I'm waiting for Chris to get back. He's umpiring tonight. Running a little late. I don't know if it was an extra inning game or not, but sometimes the game runs over. Chris will be joining soon. Yep. So 9:37 to go in the second. Miami leads 34-22. This is how we plan tonight to be anyway. This is a huge game. We're pretty much going to do, but not play-by-play, but constant updates of the Sixers game. Happy Tuesday, Cash and Chris. Go Birds, says Shane. That's a tradition of his, always saying go Birds, no matter if it's football season or baseball season or basketball season. As Paul Reed commits another turnover. Everybody begged for Paul Reed to play. Biggest game of the year, Paul Reed's out there and he looks totally lost. I volunteer Shane as guest host. I didn't have enough notice. Sixers trail by 14. As we look around the league, you have Boston and Milwaukee tied 2-2. Also, surprisingly, you have Dallas and Phoenix tied at 2, as Dallas was able to win both home games. And it surprised me that Chris Paul came up so small, just 5 points last game. And it's not like him at all, but he didn't have it. And Luka carried his team to 2 home victories. And they go on the road in Game 5 and do the same. That's a different story as they tip off at 10 o'clock on TNT after the Sixers tonight. Go to the NHL, you have Carolina leading Boston 2-0. Game 5 there, they're tied at 2. And here comes Chris now, he's joining me. Good evening, Chris Amos.
What's going on, Bobby?
Well, the Sixers aren't going on. It's been depressing so far.
Yeah, I haven't seen any of it. What's the score?
You don't even want to know.
Okay.
A lot to a little. 36-22.
Yeah, there was a lot of people thinking the Sixers were just going to go down there and take care of business. And I texted you earlier and I put a tweet out there. It just doesn't seem like that's what's going to happen. This is a Glenn Rivers coach team, and I would be surprised if they actually went down there and were able to do something. But
they've come out looking like it's a preseason game. They've come out horrible looking. It's the first possession. Danny Green passed it to EMBIID. It just went out of bounds. They say you need to turn the volume up. I have him all the way up. Can you turn your volume up on your phone, maybe? I hear you fine. I don't know.
Yeah, I have the volume all the way up on my phone.
Okay. Is that better, guys? Put them closer to the speaker. So it's been Sixers just missing 3 after 3. I'm gonna get the stats in a second. It's Miami making every 3 they take. Max Strus looks like Steph Curry. It's sickening. It's exactly how they didn't need to come out and play. They've come out and played.
So in other words, it's going to be a second-round exit once again for the Sixers this season.
Yeah, it's just amazing. It's year after year, and once again, what it's going to come down to is they're playing on the road. They give these games away every year during the regular season, which causes them not to get the higher seed, and it always comes back to bite them. But they're just playing horrible. They can't make an open shot. They're getting wide open threes, and it looks like a different team. Niang wide open, Maxey wide open, Harris. I'm pulling up the stats now. I want to see what they are from 3.
Yeah, I just for any of the stuff I heard on social media, any other people talking about this. I mean, everyone thought that the Sixers could win 4 straight and go to the Eastern Conference Finals, and from the way they had played at home, it looked like that could have been a possibility, but I was just a little cautious, thinking, whenever you look at a Philadelphia team and think it's going to go well.
I know. You're right. Every time we get excited, and you know what? I didn't like a lot of talk today, looking ahead to the next series, Sixers Boston champion Eastern Conference Finals. You can't talk like that.
No, any team that has Jimmy Butler on it is. I mean, I know that some of his teams haven't gone far. Often. I mean, he was in the finals 2 years ago, but a guy like that on a team or whatever, I mean, he's not going to let the team just pack it in.
No, he's not.
Especially at home.
It hasn't really been him tonight. It's been more of the Miami 3-point shooting. It's been just the Strus guy that I can't stand. I don't know why they play him, but
we can talk from the opening tip of the first game of the season. So right now, the Sixers do not have a commitment to defend the three. And the problem was, Miami wasn't making those threes in Philadelphia. But if they're making them, they might not have won the last game.
Right. It's just been every time the Sixers drive, it's a charge, and every time Miami drives, it's a block. It's the referees, the home court. Sixers can't shoot on the road. Danny Green is. I don't think I've seen him make a three on the road this whole series. It's horrible.
Yeah, and if they have to come back down 3-2 to Philadelphia, I mean, I would just expect the team to fold.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, they could maybe push it to a game 7.
Yeah, definitely possible. But what's going to change in game 7? It's the same thing on the road, and it's not. And as I was saying before you came on, it's not like it's a tough place to play, Miami. The crowd's dead. Nobody cheers. Nobody stands. It's just a bunch of people in white T-shirts sitting there. It's an easy place to play.
Especially after what was going on in the last series in Toronto. You're right.
All right. They're complaining they can't hear you. So and if when you get back to the computer, anyway, we could do a switch.
I don't know. Will that start the episode over?
Yeah, but what's the point if nobody can hear you?
Okay.
I guess
give me a second.
We'll go to break and then we'll make it 2 episodes, I guess.
Yeah, this one could be like 0.5 or something.
Yeah, 60.5, episode 60 and a half, everybody.
I'm trying to work it out, guys. We're getting there. Hold on. Give me 1 minute. I'll flip the computer up.
Yeah, that's B-ball Paul. Well, wasn't an N1? Yeah, he got the rebound and laid it in and got fouled. As Embiid looks on. I mean, it's going to have to get to the point where Embiid's going to have to play 48 minutes. It's just
unbelievable.
Yeah, we hear him. It's just low. Don't start over. Well, we're not going to start over. We're just going to continue the show from here. It'll just be another episode. Miami's got Duncan Robinson on the court, which is what we talked about. What the Sixers need to do is go at him every possession. He can't defend.
Has he been scoring?
No, he just came in a few minutes ago. He hasn't made a shot yet. They need to isolate him just like other teams do to Furkan Korkmaz and did to J.J. Redick over the years, exposed our weakness like what Atlanta did to him last year to Korkmaz. As Strus misses a 3.
That was way off. Sixers making a little push here.
Yeah, they got it to 10. Maxey's going to go to the line for 2.
My computer's getting there.
Yeah, and since the outside shots aren't going to fall, that's what they need to do, take the ball in the basket.
They do.
Maybe the second half will be a different story when they'll start hitting the outside shots. The Sixers don't have that eye 3-point shooter. And Maxey was good this year, just wasn't high volume. That's a shame because you look at these rosters and the Sixers are absolutely, if not better, even with this team. Miami's not a much better team, if better at all. It's just I hate to see another chance go by. Yeah, I didn't hear your last comment. I'm sorry.
I just said the guy who would have been a good guy to be making knock down some threes for the Sixers was wearing Oakland A's cap and sitting in the stands the last game.
Yeah, it was something to see Seth Curry at the game. I don't know what that means. Maybe he was just supporting his father-in-law, but
probably.
And you saw Embiid go up to him after the game, and he was kind of hesitant and shy to hug him. He didn't want to sound like it looked like he was too much in love with the Sixers when he's still a member of the Brooklyn Nets.
Right.
But they got it to 8. You've actually been good luck since you came on the phone. Miami's only scored 1 point.
So this will be 60.5, right? Episode 60.5.
Yeah, 60 and a half. All our fans out there, let's be a half an episode.
Right.
Because we know that the sound is much better when we have Chris as the host for some reason. I don't know what we do differently, but it works out better. So it almost sounds like you're a caller in on a talk show.
Right. I don't know. Maybe it's the microphone here.
Yeah.
But I hit it, and we should go.
Well, I have to end this first.
Yep.
So, everybody hold on. We will be right back.
Stay with us.
Yep.